One. Hey there folks, I am the Mighty Plantain. Thanks for checking out this video. We have got something from Cushnoc Brewing today, and well, some of their newer cans. It looks like they've ditched the traditional logo and description in favor of some original artwork, which is kind of nice. I kind of like seeing local breweries do local sourcing for their ingredients and then use some local artists to decorate their cans. I mean, it just kind of spreads the wealth around. I'm sure they paid the guy for this. So, anyway, this is Cushnoc's Can't Buy Backbone. How appropriate, since there's a lot of IPAs out there that don't have any backbone, malt backbone, that is. And it's an Imperial Kvik IPA, K-V-E-I-K. I think it's pronounced Kvik. I could be wrong, and I am not sure what the hell that means in terms of style. Doesn't necessarily say here on the back. Just that it's tropical forward Norwegian Kvik yeast. Ah, there we go. Kvik yeast. Mingles with a giant dose of fruity aromatic hops. Built on a cereal grain foundation, including spelt, buckwheat, and golden oats. So this is going to have a very nice solid backbone to it, I can assume. It says here, lush pineapple tropical. So I guess the Kvik yeast has some tropical fruit esters that it puts forward. It's typical of some yeast strains. You can get certain esters that have a specific flavor that it imparts to the beer, along with making all that lovely alcohol, which is the whole point of having this stuff in the first place. Well, sometimes. Some days you just want a beer. Other days you just want the alcohol. That's what we've got Coors Light, Bud Light, Miller Light, Pabst Blue Ribbon, and a whole host of other crap beers for. Now this one is actually at 8.5% ABV, so being an Imperial, it's not quite in the double digits, but it is definitely high up there, as you would expect. I like Cushnoc. They're right in Augusta, Maine. They've got their main location with the delightful tasting room downstairs. It's like an old 18th century fort down there, and that's where they keep the really cool beers, plus the crowler machine. Get yourself a nice crowler down there. They'll fill it up. You can take it home. But yeah, the upstairs location is really nice too. They've got most of their flagship beers on tap, really good pizzas. And then they've got an annex location, which is actually on Route 3 in Augusta. Haven't been in there yet, but pretty sure it's going to be great. Now, this particular beer, there's a lot of haziness to it, and I believe that's going to be particulates, because it looks like there's a lot of flecks and flocks floating in there. Flecks and flocks floating. See? That's alliteration for you folks. It's a device to keep your attention, keep you interested, and make me sound, I don't know, make me sound cool, I guess. They're not floating around or swimming around. They're just kind of staying suspended, though. But that's definitely not haziness from, well, I mean, there may be some oily haziness as well from the hop oils, but there's definitely particulates in there. Not a lot of effervescence. I got a halfway decent head on there to begin with, but there's not much coming up there for bubbles to replenish it. But it does have a nice golden color to it. So it's definitely a good looking beer. Just getting a general hoppiness in the aroma. And it's actually pretty slight. It's not like hitting me in the face or anything. Now, I've liked every beer I've had from Cushnoc so far, and I have a feeling this is going to be no exception to that rule. So, yeah, not much of an aroma coming up, just a little bit of hoppiness. Nice medium mouthfeel. Definitely some heaviness there from the cereal malt backbone. It's interesting because I'm getting a nice mouthful of hops. as I swallow, I'm getting the booziness from the high ABV. I mean, you're not going to get away from that. But as it settles in the finish, definitely getting those pineapple, the tropical fruity notes with a little bit of pineapple in it. There's some real dankness to the aftertaste too. I don't know if that's what I should be picking up on from the particular hop varieties. They put this really a dank hoppiness coming through in the aftertaste. Disturbing it and letting it breathe a little bit more, I think, is releasing more of those hoppy notes in the aroma, because I'm getting more of it in my nose when I'm sniffing it right before swallowing this time. In addition to the dankness, there's definitely some earthiness to it. And that tropical, interesting tropical flavor is coming through. The booziness is fading. I mean, that's typical for any high ABV beer. The more of it you drink, the less of that boozy flavor you get. So that's pretty good. Overall, this one's pretty interesting. It's not quite blowing me away or giving me a great, like, I'm really enjoying it, but I do like it. I think I'm going to hit this one with a 3.5 out of 5. Now, bear in mind, on a scale of 1 to 5, a 2.5 is average. So this is definitely an above average beer overall. It's well put together. It tastes good. I'm enjoying drinking it. I just don't see it becoming a regular for me. There's some other Imperial IPAs I definitely like more. But I sure as hell am not turning this down. It's really good. So, can't buy backbone from Cushnoc. And it definitely has a backbone. But that's just my assessment, 3.5 out of 5. Make sure to hit me up down the email link or the comments below. Like to hear what you have to say about this beer. While you're down there, don't forget to like and share the video. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. Till next time, folks, thanks for tuning in. Go visit Cushnoc. Cheers.